I'm a visual. Yeah, I kill it cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. Cause you know I get it. 나는 아무리 봐도 I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on. Get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. Get that freaky, freaky on. 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on. Get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. Get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky, get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, the top winner. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, cause I own it, know it, I'm a rain. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky, get it right, get it right. Get that freaky, freaky on, 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky, get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, the top winner. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, cause I own it, know it, I'm a rain. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky, freaky. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky.
two's a crowd. Freeze a party, come move around. First rush when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down. Enjoy the ride, get some pillows in the Chevy. It's like a dolly, low hitting heavy. Take your time, let me know when you're ready. Couple months I've been messing with this steady. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the afterglow. Oh, girl, your love for me keeps calling me, so I'm calling you. Lord, give me life to find. I long for your company. Oh, girl, your love for me is a part of me, my biology. Yeah, yeah, It won't be over till the fat lady sings. I owe you a trip, cause me and you, we got a thing. My sunshine state, hair curly like a string. Just a big ol' ooh, smile, that's about all you gotta bring. So enjoy the ride, got some pillows in the Chevy. It's like a dolly, low hitting heavy. Take your time, let me know when you're ready. Couple months I've been messing with this steady. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the afterglow. Oh, girl, your love
watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me, drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. Tried to forget all that we had. I'm rolling like water in the sea. The memories crashing into me. So close to the edge of something so worth it. You have the world right at your feet. It almost is all we'll ever be. We can't get any Let me go. Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer.
we'll start falling, falling, falling. 'Cause we'll start falling, falling, falling. 'Cause we'll start falling. Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun.
Hello everybody, I'm sorry, there are some technical difficulties at the moment. There we go, fixing it. Yay! Welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. Yes, I know I'm late. No, I will not be shortening my time. I've just had a number of technical issues and then got caught up for the last 20 minutes in a conversation. But here we are. Can't talk to them, can't buy things from him. I actually took some time after the last time we were here to upgrade my things. That's the button I don't want. That's the button I do want. So now all of these can have coils. I want to put that in there. I want to put... I don't have a coil for my shock trip caster. I need antlers for this.
Whoa!
My armor.
Gearing up for some work, I see. You're better looking.
Hello!
Backside, honey.
Okay. It seems there are some side quests I can run around and grab.
I hope Corvin and the others are doing better than I am.
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me.
Which damn mine?
It won't be the last injury if Olvin keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chainscrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but... Olvin probably threatened to cut off our pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it?
What could be worse than cutting off your pay? Cutting off your legs or something?
You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvind and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
That's why I'm gonna beat the shit out of him and tell him no, he doesn't.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvin... his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you. There you are.
Other quests for me to grab.
Look,
Loading that.
We are on the same side here, Ulvund. The Bristlebacks.
What
Oh, this is
do
Ulvund.
you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself, Walloper of Derval, Gutter of Hughes.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freehold, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place.
I have.
Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
By
How
you.
noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to blow the whistle.
Oh, there, not so fast. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kills. Make sure the valley is safe again. Shouldn't take more than a day or two.
No. You blow the whistle now.
These are innocent Osram lives we're talking about here. Surely the delay...
Either you do it now, or I will.
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather round. The savior of Meridian has done
Now
it again.
what?
The bristlebacks are defeated. You.
What?
Sound the whistle. Chain Scrape is open for business.
Terrific. Yay.
And Ulvund has agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah!
That's more like it!
Yeah! Woo!
Haha!
Yeah! Yeah! Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do.
He is not happy.
Yeah, the chain scrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade. I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barrenlight. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted.
Brought out only the good stuff for you, Red. Seeing as you got that whistle blowing.
Hey, I've been waiting to get my lucky hammer fixed for days.
You haven't done anything useful like getting rid of any bristlebacks, though, have you? Take your time. I promise you won't be disappointed.
The Fire Hunter bow, Warrior bow, and Sharp Shot bow. What do I need to get this? I need more... No? Yeah, I need more metal shards. Okay. What can I sell right now?
Come back anytime.
Of course you
I
gotta
didn't
slap me
actually
face.
buy what I tried to, what I was selling things for. Okay, I need more shards for the Sharp Shot bow.
Excuse you?
Let's upgrade them. Need metal shards and a braided wire.
You didn't even have one.
Am I lost, or am I exactly where I'm meant to?
Why are you so loud?
Hopefully that won't be...
Loud?
There we go.
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Ulvund didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grip. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvund's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvund discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, not trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile, if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Alright, let's do this one.
Already got enough wild meat. Just need to pick some bitter leaf and grab a metal panel from the scrounger pile.
So, do you spend all of
It seems like bitter leaf likes to grow on rocky terrain. Okay, I think I have enough bitter leaf.
I've obtained a rock.
Do I have any fire ammo on me?
Fanghorn. I need fanghorns. Okay. Fanghorn antlers for my armor.
Here we go.
And some braided wire.
Refill my pouch with these later. There it goes.
That's right, just stand there. Okay. Do I have anything I... No, I do not. Nothing I can equip to that.
Scroungers. Mildev said I could find a metal panel in one of their scrap piles. Through the scrap piles for a metal panel. No metal panel. Better check another scrap pile. I think I have everything I need for Mildev. Good thing, too. I can use a decent meal. Looks like a landscape. Scary ranchers.
Run down the road. It change. That's alright.
Throw me in with me. I dare you. Ah, there you are. I happen to receive another visit from Olden himself. He was pushy, but I stood my ground. And dare I say it, I even got my own back. Yes, I did.
I'm listening.
When I made his meal, I used 3 pinches of salt. Instead of 2.
Each journey begins with a single step, I guess. I think I have everything you asked for.
Then just as you have inspired me, let us see if I can return the favor. Time to cook.
Wow. Mildef, that was inspired.
Next time you want the best provisions, you know where to find me. And your next order of any dish will be on the house.
Thanks. And don't forget to stand up for yourself.
Funny you should say that. As it happens, I'm already cooking up my next portion of resistance. Hope to see you again. Back for that free...
Yee. We can get some of this good stuff.
Good to see you.
Ah, there we go. Oh, did he just give me everything? Oh no, I see. I think he gave me a little bit of everything. Oh, I already have 2 meals. Okay.
It might be a good idea to stock up on some food before I head back out.
See here. Weapon upgrades. Okay, Fire Hunter bow is good to go. Need some metal shards, do I?
See what else.
Metal shards and a braided wire. Okay, to the mine. Go through that way.
Exploring cauldrons might teach me how to override these things. Not the one I wanted to use. Come on. Come on.
No braided wires. I see where I am. I can't see.
Down it goes.
Wire, there we go. I did upgrade one of my pouches.
This must be the mine Arnav told me about. It looks like the miners are in trouble.
workbench to upgrade with what I've obtained so far. I need 2 more braided wire. What is this? Unavailable. Okay.
That looks like the foreman Arnif mentioned. I should check in with him.
You good?
I'm okay. Thank you, Corvin.
Corvin? Arnif sent me. I'm...
Not now.
Easy. What happened?
Explosion in the mine. Water flooded the whole place.
Oh, that's
Some of
not
my guys are still... They're still down there. I can't stop.
You've done enough. Are you hurt?
I'll live. The others. Please.
I need to know exactly what happened.
We use controlled blast to open up new veins in the mountain. One of them must have gone wrong. I can't... I have to go.
How many are still down there? Corvin, how many?
2. 2, I think. 2 more.
I'll do what I can.
And I go.
Gotta find those 2 miners. Quick.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Sounds like they were-
The miners. One of them doesn't look too good.
I think I'm starting to
Get my kit dry at least.
Is that a Nora?
You okay?
Who are you?
Corvin sent me. Are you hurt?
My leg. I was a little too close to the blast.
What happened?
We were blasting in the farthest tunnel, but the scaffolding didn't hold. It collapsed. I think it blocked the drainage shaft. Water started flooding the place as quick as I drink ale. I barely managed to drag us here.
So something's keeping the water inside the tunnels.
What are you thinking?
I've got an idea. Are there more explosives?
Are you crazy?
Yeah, should still be some up top, but you'll need these fuses.
Are you crazy?
You can't move, and I'm not leaving you. It's not like she can make things worse.
Don't go anywhere. I need to find whatever's blocking that drainage shaft and blow it sky high.
There you go.
Almost there. Made it. There's the debris blocking the shaft. If I can reach those explosives up on that track, maybe I can blast through the blockage.
Did I just leave that in the water? Okay.
Burrowers. Maybe I can swim past unnoticed.
Oh, time to fight.
Machine's weak to fire. That's all of them. Now to find a way out of this room.
Okay, got them all.
I should follow those tracks. See if they lead to the explosives.
Follow the track, she said. Okay. Follow the tracks.
I need to find a way up to those explosives. Line's too short.
Go. Come here. What I'm trying to get to. Whoa.
Let's see where this leads. There's the explosives up on the track. Just have to get across somehow.
Back up. I think I pushed that down. Again, here we go. Yes, that's it. I guess I'm detonating them here instead of getting them where I need them to be. That works. Opened it up.
Did the trick? Once that got its attention.
Bam
That's all of
dippy.
them. Now let's go check on those miners.
She's so dead.
We don't know that.
Hey guys, how you doing?
You did it.
I thought you blew yourself up.
Are you two okay from here?
I can get this idiot down. Don't you worry. Thanks, kid.
Better let Corvin know his men are all right. I found the two you mentioned. They're safe, but could probably use a hand. Is that everyone?
It is. I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't shown up.
I knew we were blasting too much, but the man who staked the claim here, Ulven, he kept pushing and pushing me. I tried to shield my crew from his constant demands every damn day. I should have been stronger.
You were there for your crew when they needed you. That counts for something.
Ulven can threaten me all he wants. I am not letting my people back into those mines.
Will you be all right?
Yes. I can take it from here. You are owed, Huntress.
Thank you, Huntress.
Ulven's name keeps
I'll see
coming
the
up,
last two make it out.
and it's never good.
Okay.
Sooner or later, someone's gonna have to deal with him.
Ostrom Artificer, huh?
Thank you, Huntress. I'll see the last two make it out.
Back to the magistrate.
Easy there.
Take care of this guy and we can ride on home, buddy.
Smoke. I wonder where it's coming from. I need to get off this thing and walk.
I don't know. I didn't put it there. The only thing underground in the desert.
feathers to upgrade that. And I'll keep an eye out for shades, I guess. Wherever I'll find those.
My drink. Anyone? Watch yourself.
Savior,
over here.
Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvund's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Carja purposely let Bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the Bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Carja for the Bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Carja for the Bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Carja loosed the Bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King, even with the Valley working again. Ulvund hopes he can stir up enough resentment against the Carja to call for a strike.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Now, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
You said the Bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
Maybe. Let's go find out. What's the quarry, huh?
Whoa!
Get my ride and head on over.
Never met a beer I didn't hear about that traveling Oscar.
Alright, come on in here. All this
I hope you're finding more than I am.
Oh, I went too far. Apparently I want to go that way.
Javad said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry. I should see if there's anything in the back of the valley. Dead bristleback, Water Falls. Gotta check it out. Looks like it died on impact. Maybe it charged off the cliff up there. I better keep following the trail up.
Good boar. Maybe I can get jay feathers. Forward. I hear birds, but I don't see any. I don't know of any way I can get feathers. Other than outright trying to shoot them while they're flying, but well, I hear them. I don't know if I can actually see them.
An old mine. And a lot of broken trees. It's like a stampede went through. Is this where the bristlebacks came from? But how? Unless this cave leads out of the daunt.
Is that a squirrel? That's a squirrel.
Okay, let's see where this leads.
Shrooms that count as medicinal berries? What?
The old cart tracks collapsed. It looks recent. Guess I'm not going that way. Bristlebacks. So they did come through here. They must have gotten trapped. I'm gonna have to take them out before I can look around.
Oh! I managed to avoid it. Could have grabbed one and there we go.
Okay. Better take a look at where the smoke's coming from.
Am I going up that way? Seems to be where I need to go.
There's a lot of smoke. It looks like the mine runs pretty far back.
Looks like I'm not climbing up that way.
There's a lot of blaze down there. There's enough blaze here to blast a mountain open. And there's a note on one of the barrels. This note's addressed to Ovend. Looks like this mine was supposed to be shut down. They must have gotten greedy. Kept blasting deeper into the mountain. I should let Javad know what I found. So Olvend was secretly blasting in the mine, trying to squeeze it for all it's worth. Until bristleback stampeded through. Maybe the explosions blew a way open? But from where?
There you go. Looks like it's still trying to collapse. Well, I could probably open that up. Open it up.
Sounds to my stash.
Ooh! Tingly! Green chine. It's green chine and blue bead. Red glove, I think it was. Yellow shimmer. Orange sparkle. What else can we do? Purple twinkle. Aquamarine glitter.
Back to work finally. Took you long enough, Xavier.
Come on. Get closer so I can stab you. Oh, I need to upgrade. That's right. What I need is ammo, deep concentration. Attack, energized duration, critical strike, Resonator blast, melee damage, trap limit, resilient trapper. Might be in here actually. Let's see here. Stealth range, stealth tear, stealth. Silent strike plus deals more damage. I've already got that. I need to somehow be able to upgrade it even more. Silent strike gain, okay. Huh, I like that. Dude. Oh no, I did it again. Damn it. Hate it when I do that. There we go. That contains great.
Savior, what news do you bring?
Picked up the Bristleback Trail by the quarry. Looks like they stampeded out of a mine at the back of the valley.
The mine? How could a herd of bristlebacks come from there?
I'm not sure, but Ulvin's workers were using explosives to tap the tunnels inside.
For the love of Dawn, I told him it wasn't worth the risk. Those tunnels, they run for miles underground, even beyond the Daunt. No, you don't think...
That Ulvin's blasting opened up a passage from the other side?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps. If this is true, we need confirmation. An inquiry. So thorough, so irrefutable, endorsed by the Savior.
All right, I'll keep looking. I need to go.
Of course.
Okay.
If I'm gonna find out where the Bristlebacks came from, I need to head further west.
Oh, this'll really boil their broth. I'll add a sprinkle of chili to their desserts. How perverse.
that whistle blew.
What your four says. What? You need a carpenter?
No braided wires. Gotcha. Need braided wires.
The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says.
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay?
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Barren Light, buddies. Like Aloy said, captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
You're a
You're
riffraff.
coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
I want his gloves though. They actually look nice.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get under...
Level up. Nibble crafter.
If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades. Maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the dance salon first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
Bossy is done.
Aloy, change your mind about that brew? Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. Never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talland. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
So the Bristlebacks in the Daunt.
You're a pig. Blasted things, those Bristlebacks. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Olvin's plans. Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could Bristlebacks and the Daunt help Ulvund?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the Bristlebacks came from, Ulvund has taken to blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
About that, I think the Bristlebacks came out of Ulvund's old mine.
Now, there's a spark that could light a fire. Can you prove it?
I'm working on it.
By the forge. Grab my ear if you nail it down.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Karja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Karja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for what exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Toland Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law breaking.
Who is this Toland Cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvund go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Toland works for Ulvund?
Ha! Ulvund might think so, but Toland scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
So about Ulvund.
Around here, everything's about Ulvund.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Toland making it rougher.
Petra said Toland has a shop here in Chains. Scrape. I could have a word with...
Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I have no
I
idea
was
how this
just
works.
passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original, straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
Okay.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece when performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine.
Ooh.
Come on now, attack my machine so we can move on. Just attack my machine, okay?
Okay,
not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it.
Okay.
Same as in the wilds. Machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes, that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll... Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. You know, I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Yay! Terrain and knockback.
Ah! I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out. There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha! See? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
Okay. Now, machine type and skills tutorial.
Here for more tips?
I'm gonna go through all this.
Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time.
Okay.
With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Why don't you move that forward for me, Red? Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram-type machine. Attack an enemy with it, and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash-type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you.
Well,
look, it even rotated your piece A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list.
Okay.
It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know. Good luck. That's it for me. Okay, let's see. Your move, Red. I got a tough fight ahead of me. Time to make my move.
Okay.
Board's all yours.
That's good.
Now that was a game, even if I lost.
Medium. Okay.
Here we go.
See, Hill. I think Hill is the upper one. Right? Forest. Oh, Hill is the number 2. Gotcha.
I'm up. Your turn. Time to get serious. You're up, Red. Oh, seriously? Knocked right off the board. My turn. Ah, off the board it goes. Guess I shouldn't have left that weak spot open, huh? I was hoping you wouldn't do that. Well, that's done now.
He basically gave her that.
Oh, only one machine left. That's it
Damn
for
it.
me.
I think
That
I
was brutal.
killed my machine. No, I did not. Okay.
Time to make my move.
No.
Your turn. Ah,
There we go.
looks like I lost.
Okay, I thought I was gonna screw that up.
Let's do this. I'm up. Your move, Red. Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot. One less piece on the board. Time to get serious. Board's all yours. My turn. Knocked right off the board.
Hold on.
Well, that's done now. One less piece on
Oh,
the
yeah.
board. Time to get serious. That was a surprise. My turn.
Damn it, I screwed up. I meant to do this.
A single machine left? That ain't good. You got me down to one piece. I am impressed. Okay, let's see. I won! Oh, but I'll play you again if you want.
Okay.
Let's play. Time to make my move. You're up, Red. Hey, I like that piece where it was. I'm up. Off the board it goes. Well, that's done now. One less piece on the board. You're up, Red. My turn.
Because it's blocked.
That was brutal.
Damn it. Okay.
Knocked right off the board. Time to get serious.
You're gonna overcharge it.
Off the board it goes. Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot. Okay, let's see. Knocked right off the board. Just one piece left. Just one piece left. That sure
No.
dampens the forge.
You overcharged. You overcharged
That's the game.
twice?
You up for a rematch?
What? You can over... I thought you could only overcharge once.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm just gonna do this.
Your turn. Time to make my move. Board's all yours. I was hoping you wouldn't do that. One less piece on the board. Time to make my move.
You gonna overcharge? Yeah.
Well, that's done now. That's it for me. That was brutal. What a hit!
Damn it, that's not what I meant to do.
Let's see.
I'm losing horrendously.
Your move, Red. Ah, off the board it goes. Time to get serious.
Damn it, I keep wanting to overcharge and I just forget to do it.
Your move, Red. Ah, off the board it goes. Oh, I thought I had that
Got
one.
Okay, now a regular challenge. A couple of these together.
Here we go.
If I'm right, grassland is, yeah, there we go. Get all this over here.
Board's all yours. My turn. Your turn. I'm up.
Damn.
Well, that's done now.
Damn.
That's it for me. Knocked right off the board. That was a surprise. Time to get serious. You're up, Red. My turn. That was brutal. You're up, Red. One less piece on the board. Time to make my move.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case.
Your turn.
See, this one can move 3 and attack 2. So I'm gonna move here.
Okay, let's see.
Damn it.
Yes! Oh, I won!
Damn
You shouldn't
it.
sound so surprised, huh?
Ah. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna win this.
Let's play. Your move, Red. I'm up. Board's all yours. I'm up. Knocked right off the board. That's it for me. Well, that's done now.
Let's do that.
That was brutal. My turn. Your move, Red. That one hurt. One less piece on the board. Off the board it goes. Off the board it goes. Board's all yours. Now that was a smart move.
And with that, I win.
Well, spark my forge. You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say.
I got a bristleback strike piece. Yay!
Don't be a stranger.
the one I wanted to do.
I ain't betting nothing.
New quest over here.
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's overkill.
It's a weapon. Kill is the point.
Not if it blows the user's arm off. Oh, just stop talking.
Where are we? Ah! So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new weapon. Am I right?
Actually,
But you're just nuts! I am with a customer!
I'm not a customer.
I got it! Triple the powder. It'll blow a Strider sky high. Ba-boom. One shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right place at the right time, Red!
How would you like to be the proud owner of the world's first machine-enhanced,
Explosive, done in one, machine wrecking,
yet perfectly safe, javelin thrower?
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out west in search of some unknown opportunity. Said we'll know it when we see it.
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post for my parents isn't how I want to make my mark in this world. I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
Are you two sisters?
So she's your partner?
My apprentice?
Yep.
And my sister. She's why we're out here. There was an incident. Another incident.
Involving explosives?
Ba-boom!
And Dad's precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Huh.
I like her.
Tell me more about this weapon of yours.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some Karja scholar who wandered out west. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting with a kind of javelin thrower. Effective? Yes. Basic? Undoubtedly. But coming out here made me remember it. And I'm on the brink of vastly improving the tool's archaic design.
Whereas I will perfect it.
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw, increase the projectile's velocity.
Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the projectile is better. Namely with explosive tips.
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That could work. There's one small snag. I need the parts to make the first working model.
Well, for starters, I'll need charger horns. Intact.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them off before the machine goes down. Otherwise, they break.
But the real innovation, and keep it to yourself, is a fang horn rib.
There's a mean one east of here. Blow it sky high.
Boomer! You get them for me. It's yours. My treat.
You have a deal.
I might already have those.
We got all of
I need charger horns and a fang horn rib. I don't have any. Okay.
I could get around faster if I find a charger to override. Should have enough charger horns for Della and Boomer now. Just need a rib from that fang horn they were talking about. Okay then. I'll put these in my pack.
Good, good, good. Now to get... Boomer said that fang. There's the fang horn. Gonna have to take it down to get its rib. Should be able to listen to it. Got everything I need for Della and Boomer. Now, to see about that weapon of theirs. Now to go get my javelin thrower.
I know that look. You've got all the parts, haven't you?
Here you go.
Outstanding! I only need a few minutes to finish the prototype.
I'll take the version that won't blow my arms off. Thanks. Hi.
So did you blow up any machines to get the parts? Or any bandits?
You really like explosions, huh?
Here we go.
With the boomsticks?
Oh, you betcha.
Is it safe?
Probably.
Can I have one?
Probably.
No. Oh.
Cause we're gonna make you something even better.
Ba-boom!
Got somewhere to be. Sorry.
Okay. I got javelins now. I'm no harder to murder. Nice. Be easier to remove parts that I need. But I am unfortunately out of time.
I know you see
So
me.
next time we will take care of these Shadow Karja refugees and then head off to the summit, I guess. Until then, I hope everyone has a fantastic afternoon.
Surveying the